Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Lions, nothing. Jonathan Garibay, the kickoff for the Cowboys.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Crowder now to return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink. They partner almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And he was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 21-0.
Lions, nothing. Jonathan Garibay to kick off for the Cowboys.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're... scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To number 16. It's a game of 9.
2nd and 1. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Up the middle. Sherman, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Now it's Crowder. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
First down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Jonathan Garibay to kick off for the Cowboys.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
They'll look to throw now, first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Big play there, 48 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Right back to him on first down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, Anderson. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 40-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there we
we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21.
A gain of 19 yards.
On play action, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down now, it's Sherman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sherman. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. That halftime lead dwindling.
I love the way you just said that. Perfectly encapsulates what we're seeing right here. Strike after strike, making the big comeback, and right now they are putting the pressure on them in a huge way.
2nd touchdown of the half, and that one was a big one. No problem there on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, they'll run it here. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 139 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in there by Crowder. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now up to 14.
Lions 14. Jonathan Garibay, the kickoff for the Cowboys.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On 3rd down, it's Sherman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Lions are right back in this football game. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Prescott's pass complete to number 30. A gain of 12.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. The extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sherman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
34-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Sherman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now here's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Oh, the jet sweep to start the drive. They find some open field here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, Prescott here to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 35. Lions 21. Jack Fox, the kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. They'll run on first down. Sherman. Shifts by him. Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Sherman. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle down.
Still have hope.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have the guy ups.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.